Our players in a good place. Our players are working their butts off. They came in extremely fit. They came in extremely prepared, and that's shown in our training sessions over the last 2 weeks and in the exhibition games that we've had against Baylor and this past weekend against Corpus Christi. So, yeah, giving them a couple days off here to kind of recover. We'll get back to work tonight in our training session and with a couple, more practices before we kick things off on Thursday night against Navy, and then looking forward to the contest on the 18th with UIW at Toyota Field.
Terrence, did you have any questions on the week for Coach? Well, you're there and you're unmuted, but I don't actually hear anything from you, so I wasn't sure if your audio is connected up. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and take a question from Sean and get in with that.
Coach, last year you led the American Athletic Conference in attendance. What makes coming to a UTSA soccer match so much fun for the fans?
Exactly that. It's a lot of fun. I think it's an absolute blast to watch our kids compete. I think one, we create a fun atmosphere. Our bench is loud and obnoxious. Just like Coach Traylor has his guys on the sidelines. Their culture guys that are just constantly celebrating and pushing each other. We have something very, very similar. So we're very engaged with our fans. But even aside from that, I think our style of play is entertaining to watch. Our kids don't sit back. We're extremely aggressive in everything we do. When we don't have the ball, we're trying to win it back as fast as possible. When we have the ball, we want to attack as fast as possible. So we want to create opportunities that are, going forward whenever we can. We want to score goals. We're an aggressive style. We're not afraid to get stuck in on tackles, challenge for headers. I think it's just overall a really entertaining style of soccer that people enjoy. I think they love watching our ladies just compete with everything they've got and represent the Roadrunners in the right way, kind of have that blue collar gritty mentality to go out and do what they can to represent UTSA in the right way. So I think if you haven't seen us play, it's well worth it to come and enjoy it and take it in. Games are free at Park West, and we're excited about the opportunity we have to play in Toyota Field on the 18th.
Thursday, you have Navy. Can you talk about what challenges they pose? And then also with being in Military City, USA, how important it is to salute to armed forces that we'll honor on Thursday?
Honestly, I'm really excited about this. We've never been, in my 6 years previous, now my 7th year, we haven't had an opportunity to play any of the, academies. I have a tremendous amount of respect for what our armed services, and forces do for our country, and to be here in San Antonio and in Military City is really exciting. The fact that Navy's coming into town, it's going to present some awesome challenges for our players. I have no doubt they're going to be extremely fit. They're going to be well disciplined. They're going to compete like crazy. So I think it's going to be a fantastic contest between two really tough, hard-nosed teams. I hope that everybody will come out and support us and cheer us on, even if they're here to cheer on Navy. I just love it. And so the opportunity for even one of our young ladies to sing the national anthem and be able to honor the people that have done so much for this country, to be able to allow us the freedoms to be able to do what we do. I'm eternally grateful for that. And it's going to be a lot of fun on Thursday night.
You have a unique opportunity on Sunday to play UIW at Toyota. Talk about that opportunity and what it means for your program for the city of San Antonio.
Yeah, again, I just absolutely love saying it. I think one of our biggest strengths here at UTSA is our city, is our people. We are a soccer city. There's no doubt about it. Tons of people want to support our sport, both on the men's side as well as on the women's side. Obviously, I'm biased, and I feel like we have the most entertaining and best show in town when it comes to women's soccer. and the opportunity for us to showcase that in front of a huge crowd in the best venue, in the city at Toyota Field. We're grateful for the partnership that we've had with SAFC and the opportunity to pull this off. So we hope that everybody will come out, support both UTSA and UIW, and come take part in a really historical opportunity to watch these two teams play in a really cool setting. So tickets are on sale now. We will absolutely pack Toyota Field the same way we pack Park West each and every game. It's going to be a great night.
Coach, I have a question in writing from Terrence Thomas. What was the approach to this season compared with that from 2023? If I understand what Terrence is asking exactly, was it basically like the results of last season and the first year in the American? Was that basically the players needing a year of experience at the collegiate level and in the new conference?
I mean, it's always going to be an adjustment when you go into a new league. We knew it when we're leaving Conference USA. In every sport in our athletic department, we were going to have to raise the bar. We're going to have to close the gap. And the American has a strong history of really tough soccer programs. Again, University of Memphis is ranked top 10 in the preseason polls this year. USF is always a really, really good team. East Carolina, fantastic program. So we knew we had to raise the bar. And I think going into last season, we knew we could compete with them. I think what our players took from it is we're not as far off as maybe we originally might have guessed or thought. And, we're taking that confidence in how well we played against some of the top teams in the league. I mean, we lost 1-0 to Memphis in a really tight match. We lost 1-0 to South Florida in a really tight match. So we were in every single game in the American last year, really relying on our experience this fall. We got 9 seniors returning. 5 or 6 of them are significant contributors on the field that play key roles for our team. We're really elated about that group coming back and the experience that we got from some of the transfers we picked up in January and May. So things have been really clicking very well for us this preseason, and we can't wait to showcase that for our fans as we open up this weekend.
You mentioned, Coach, your veteran team. You have a number of members on your current team who were part of that conference championship in 2022. How do you think that experience has helped them and will help them in this upcoming year as they pursue a championship in the American?
Yeah, I just think they're hungry. They're hungry for more. Maybe going into the American last year, we knew we'd be maybe a bit lower in the sense of just maybe what people thought of us. Unfortunately, we were disappointed that we didn't finish better in the American last year, making the conference tournament, being 1 point out. We had some really tight matches down the stretch that if we could have found a way to win a couple of those, we would have been where we wanted to. So I think the experience of 22 and the disappointment of 23, not fully kind of living up to those expectations, is what really is fueling them going into this fall. I know our players are determined to go out and put their best foot forward, empty their tank every single time they step on the field and wear that jersey. So that, having an experienced group that's been there, done that, knows what it takes to win a championship, knows what it takes to compete in those tight matches is what's ultimately going to push us over the edge and hopefully have an entertaining season this fall.
What is it that you personally are most looking forward to about this upcoming season?
I love watching our kids compete. Every time that whistle blows, they are so excited to be able to represent UTSA, put on the jersey. We talk a lot about leaving the jersey in a better place. And so I know that each time they step out there, they're going to absolutely bleed for our university, give everything they have, for the Roadrunner Nation. They're very proud of who we are, how we play, and ultimately our style of play. They want to be an aggressive team. So that's entertaining for me. I love watching our kids compete. We talk about all the time. We want to recruit hardworking, blue collar kids, but we want to make sure they're high character as well. And that's a lot of fun for us as coaches, that we know that they're going to adhere to our core values. They're going to represent us in the right way, and they're going to leave everything out there on the field every time that the whistle blows. And I think that's something the fans can get behind. and cheer on, and is a lot of fun to watch.
Michael, I'm good on my end.
I don't believe I have anything else from the chat. So that'll wrap up our first version of this. We will have archived video that we will make a, oh, hold on. I got one in there. Do you have a scouting report you can share on anything you know about Navy?
Honestly, that's a good question. We're still piecing some of that together. To be fair, they did graduate a considerable amount of seniors last year, some key pieces on their roster. So I fully expect them to be a little bit different. They played in a couple different shapes. They played in a 4-3-3 last year. We've seen some spring games that they played in some 3-5-2. So we're not quite sure where they're going to settle. But I know for a fact that one of the kids that's going to be an absolute handful is Alexa Riddle. She's a returning senior for them, typically plays out wide. She's a Houston, Texas kid. No doubt she's going to be excited to come back and play in South Texas. She's going to be a handful that we got to be prepared to deal with. But yeah, they're going to be a great group. I know they're well disciplined. They're well organized. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of fun for our fans to watch this game.
And likewise, is there anything to share about UIW?
No, I mean, Jake Plant's doing a fantastic job there. You know, we played him in the spring. We're able to play a lot of different players. We had 5 or 6 starters out in that game. But nonetheless, I really have enjoyed watching Jake turn that program around and point them in the right direction. They love to play. They want to get the ball down and build out of the back, which is great for us. We love to press. We love to, you know, disrupt teams and their efforts to, you know, be able to break us down. So it's going to be a great contest at UIW. I know that both teams are up for it and looking forward to competing at Toyota Field.